44, break. What's up, everybody? Well, today it's about football. Sorry, guys, we're a little bit late here today. We had to clean off the field here. This is not a dome. This is live in the cold weather here. Cleveland and Pittsburgh connection here. What's
That's
up, Jeff?
right. What's going on, man? Thanks for having me. Yeah, we were it's funny, your intro reminds me of like Cleveland Browns Super Bowl potential, which is all up in flames. And then now we're down to
Explosion.
the draft. Yeah,
Well,
pure dumpster fire.
all I can say is you had a big explosion against us, though, man. And yeah, you won.
Snow globe. It was funny. I lived like I think 12 miles and there was no snow. Like it was only like wrapping around that stadium. It was crazy.
Wow, what a game. And you know what? That's okay. We won last night or yesterday, so it's all good. Did you guys win or lose, or what happened?
Oh no, we played tonight at
Oh,
Denver. We got a little
Monday
Monday night
night
football.
football. Wow, the Browns get on Monday night.
Yep, that's it. I think we probably had to pay a couple million just to get on there, just to see Denver beat us. But other than that, it's good. At least it won't take me back to the fumble, the drive, or anything else with Denver.
Got it,
So
man.
that's cool.
You ready for today, man? A 2-minute warning. Can I do it right
Yeah,
now?
well, 2 minute. Let's do it.
All right, here we go, man. We got 2 minutes here, but this is going to be a little bit longer than 2 minutes. That's what our
Yeah.
thing is right now. First quarter, we're going to be on for 4 weeks, 4 quarters. This is the kickoff of it for the Marketing QB, which is a great community. Right off the bat, Jeff, give us the 2-minute drill of what the QB community is, buddy.
Yeah, man. So like what I found is, Marketing QB is basically a community of just solo marketers, which seems to be very prevalent in staffing land. Is there's one marketer, usually social media, maybe a marketing manager, but it's a lonely solo community that you need a lot of support, a lot of resources. And I was in this type of community for probably like 12 years out of my career. And, I wish I had all the tools that I could get to right now. And I just don't. And now with the ability to get some of these tools, kind of put all these templates together, I was just like, you know what? Let's go and create a community. Let's make it easy for marketers when they're coming into staffing firms. Like
Mhm.
you've got a library of all your stuff right here. You like the biggest thing is empowering and making marketers really become a valuable resource and valuable function. And it's still new in the staffing industry, the whole
Oh,
notion of marketing and how to help sales, how to help recruiting. And it's like, man, I've been able to do all these things and have all this experience, and why not share it with everybody? So we created the community.
I love what you said there because I'm going to tell you what, in marketing, I'm the first one to tell you it's the same playbook year in, year out. It's the Hail Mary, it's throw some touchdowns out there. The cookie cutter playbook is what it is in marketing. Dude, you know me, I think I know a little bit about marketing myself, Jeff, wink, wink. But, all joking aside, that's right. It's all about exposure, valuetainment, my friends. Can I keep that word up there, valuetainment? But
Yeah.
all joking aside, football and marketing is almost similar. I mean, the playbook and strategy, you have to mix it up. You have to bring some blitzes in, prevent defense. But let's just jump into it, man, about the lead gen, because I'm going to tell you what, lead gen is still going to be rocking and rolling in 25. Give me your take on this, and let's just break it down.
Yeah, I think so one of the 4 things that I would do, and this is first quarter, is like tighten up your lead gen. And I think the problem is right now is that like all you think about is top of funnel. And I think that, that's great. Like I was at a couple different conferences over the last month and just helping staffing firms out. I was in a couple like the Shark Tank at AS Group and just helping a team out with that. And it's like the problem with lead gen is if you don't do it right, those leads are going to sit top of funnel. They're not coming to the middle. They're not coming down. Like if you don't, um, if you don't, really focus on the full funnel, like that's what it's all about. Lead gen isn't just about top of funnel. You should have marketing campaigns ready for top of funnel suspects, prospects, passive prospects. If you don't talk to them for a while, kind of inactive prospects. There should be a full funnel approach to what you're doing. And what I'm finding is it's still a struggle for staffing firms to really do lead gen right.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the lead gen stuff, the campaigns, as you know, I love the big holiday campaigns. Nobody's doing it in our industry, Jeff. They're not at all. They're not jumping on the football, the Thanksgiving, the Black Fridays. Why not?
Well, it's because I think there's 2 reasons. Number one, I don't think they know they can. And I think there's a whole like rule break. And number 2, I think they don't know how to get started. I mean, at Forest City, so where I'm at Forest City, like we actually, it's funny, we have kind of two sides of the business that sort of evolved, which is one side, and this is where we started, was e-commerce. And I mean, again, think about like all the holiday stuff. I mean, right now we got Cyber Monday deals. So we're helping clients close up their Cyber Monday sales. And, we did Black Friday for a while. We're going to do, all the different ones. There's going to be, countdown to Christmas. There's going to be
Yep.
just holidays, all these other ones. I think if you can take that approach and put it in the staffing, I think you could be completely different and you could stand out in at least not necessarily cheesing it up, but like just acknowledging the fact that like, hey, it's Black Friday. Like, here's the deal, man. We'll give you 8 hours for every 40 hours that one of our temporary employees works for you. I mean, you can at least some of the things that you're doing or referrals. Hey, we're normally
Yeah.
getting $100 referral. Because of Black Friday, we're going to give $200. We're doubling it. And like you can, use some of these things. And I think that's in sales. I think that's the biggest problem is there are seasonal things that you can work into your campaigns that at least make you look human. And it's not just evergreen. Here's who we are. Here's why we're awesome.
Oh,
The things that we do and the menu marketing. Like, I can't stand it.
it's Jeff. Can I say anybody keeps saying now hiring? We have 100 jobs. I'm so tired of hearing that. Aren't you? Like, seriously, every
I mean,
staffing
it's just
firm.
like you're not getting to what, like, I'm getting inundated with Cyber Monday and
Yeah.
Cyber Monday deals are almost done. Cyber Monday is almost done. Then they'll be extended. Then it's almost Christmas, and then there's it's going to be a couple days before, and like there's a timing aspect, and I think where you're missing the boat on lead gen is like that sense of urgency. It's that like why, what, when. Like, that's how you should be writing your emails. Like, give me compelling statements. And because everybody's reading them on their phone. So you've got that phone screen time to basically get what you want out of what you want to do. And instead of like, if you're telling people all these things, we got 300 jobs, we got this, we got that, we staff for these types of people, here's what we do, blah, blah, blah. Like, nobody gives a crap.
Nobody gives two shits about that. Seriously. And the thing is, though, on the holidays, let me tell anybody, and you know this, everybody's on their phone. Super Bowl Sunday, you should be posting stuff on Super Bowl Sunday. Everybody is on their phone. Reach out to clients, candidates. But I got to tell you, Jeff, what do you think of this? I mean, have it football based. Theme it around whatever event's going on. Jump on that. I call it trend jacking. Jump on the trend and go with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's, if it fits with your mission and your value prop, and it's a campaign theme. I mean, if your whole theme is like, go to the goal line, or something like that. I mean, you could have like, if you guys believe in it, if your sales team believes in whatever this messaging is, you can do whatever you want. Like, why not do a football theme? I mean, if you're sitting there, trying to place, line workers in a manufacturing plant, I got to believe some of them are football fans. I got to believe the hiring manager is a football fan.
80%.
I mean, like, why not like go with what they're used to instead of like, boring marketing speak or boring sales speak or whatever. Like, it's about seasonality and just getting and making it fun and making it quick.
I love what you said there because I think lead gen is so weak in our industry right now. It just the same cookie cutter email goes out with the sales funnel.
Yeah, it's top of funnel. Then the problem is it's top of funnel. Then the salespeople don't do what they're supposed to do. Then it's gone. Then we're back to top of funnel. We're not leading them all the way through.
There's no vision, Jeff.
No,
there's no vision at all.
You should be scoping out what does this sales process look like pre, sales qualified lead. Like, what are you doing in all the different steps? And then again, full funnel approach. And then what happens when they've talked to a salesperson? How do you help? What happens when they get to a proposal? How do you help? What happens when they're a client and they haven't placed somebody in a while? That's still lead gen. What if you talk to a hiring manager, but they have 7 other departments you want to be able to work with? That's lead gen. Like, what are you doing there to get into the other departments? I mean, there's so many opportunities, especially with Apollo and Seamless and all, and
Zoom info. I mean,
everybody's information's out there. It's just a matter of getting to it and being smart with lead gen's not just top of funnel. It's all through the funnel. And I think that's the biggest thing, that if you can change your perspective next year, I think you would have more leads than you can handle.
Can I use this terminology? I think it's like the red zone. Everybody just wants the red zone. We're in the 20-yard line, and that's all they want. Nobody wants to
Yep.
start back at the other 20 and go all the
Right.
way through.
Right.
That's
Right.
the
I mean,
customer
that's the
journey.
problem. Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, I think it's just like I would rather take something off the shelf and hope it works for me than really think about kind of that funnel approach or that full funnel approach. I mean, that's really, and if you would just take a minute. I remember I did this exercise, I think it was at NISA this year, where we did a sales funnel approach and we made staffing firms think about all the steps of it. And the amount of frustration and pissed offness and whatever, they're like, man, this freaking sucks. This is hard. This is taking time. I'm like, and then 2 hours was up, we were done. And they're like, oh my God, this is awesome. Like, I think this is a campaign we could actually run with. And I'm like, that's the whole point. Take the time, do it right. And then look at all the different areas that you could actually use this lead gen approach.
I think one of our big disconnects are the recruiters and salespeople they're not letting them be the micro influencer they need to be for marketing. They're in the field. What do
Yeah.
you think? I mean, they should have an input. I mean, you have a marketing department at each staffing firm and they're so disconnect, or they're outsourcing, which is great. But at the end of the day, you should have somebody in your office still on the grassroots.
Well, you need somebody. Like anytime we work with a staffing firm, like I require a point of contact in the firm. Like if we're going to be an outsource partner, that's cool, whatever. I get it. Like you don't want to hire somebody. I understand that. Like, but I always say give me somebody that's in the office, in like somebody that really understands it, because they're going to be able to get the terminology, the wording, they're going to be able to really kind of be the internal cheerleader of what you're doing as well. And I think that's the problem, is that's why you've got a disconnect, and you've got this between marketing and recruiting or marketing and sales or whatever, is that maybe that in-house person, outsource partner, freelancer, fractional, whatever the hell they are, maybe they just aren't understanding how to really make the connection and how it all works together. I'd fix that above all this other stuff that we're going to talk about over the next month. That's the biggest thing.
Oh, it is. I mean, and I think everything's broken. I mean, we base this on football
Yeah.
terminology, but it is so broken, and it's the same thing over and over again. And people's wondering why their ROI, which I call touchdown, they're not scoring because they're doing the same thing everybody else. Everybody wants to be engaged and be different, but they're not, Jeff. They're being the same. What do you
Yeah.
think what's going to take somebody to the next level in 25? Well, let's start right there and say, what do you think of marketing is going to be a big differentiator?
I think it's going to be, I think you saw this at Staffing World. I don't know if people know how to do it. I think it's authentic storytelling. I think if you can be authentic with your brand, and that weaves its way into telling effective stories in your lead gen, in your recruiting, in your candidate re-engagement across all your marketing lines, I think there's an ability like that it becomes a differentiator.
That's 2 points right there, man. Seriously,
Got
right
it.
there.
There you
Seriously. I love what you said there, because everybody's trying to be authentic. But at the end of the day, we have to worry about our audience and our fan base, what's going to make them happy. Just like football. Why does people go to the games? Because they're engulfed in the team. The Browns, they love it. I mean, the dog pound, all that hype.
Yeah.
You have to have the hype here with your marketing too. I mean, what's your take on this? Like blogs and video. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I think video in 25, you're going to have to do it, or you're going to
and it's the hardest
on.
thing for me. Like people are lazy and people don't want to read. That's why you have AI
Hell no.
to summarize everything. That's why you have that's probably for somebody like me that like holy crap, like I just need to summarize something or whatever. But like people want to read, they want to feel engaged, they want to feel a connection. I think that's the biggest thing, is if I'm going to tell a story, and if I'm going, and again, you're not telling a story, like a story, but like get people enthralled, get them interested in your story.
Yeah.
Like, why are you sending me an email? How does empathy play into this? Like, do you know what I'm going through as a hiring manager? Do you know, like, we did a whole thing when I was at Talent Launch where we did a case of the Mondays email campaign, and then we sent it on a Monday afternoon, and we basically said Mondays suck, right? Like, because temps don't show up, hiring managers are complaining to you, like it's a shit show. And we didn't say that, obviously, but we were like, basically, like, this
You
is
could
how
say
we can
that.
help. Well, we didn't say it in the email, but basically, like, we can help you not have a case of the Mondays, because like you're at least playing into the fact that, like,
You
man,
are
Mondays
playing
suck
that.
yeah.
And you know something else I love, and I always say this is like Netflix. The trailers and the teasers is something we need to have in our videos so they can watch
Yeah.
more. Nobody wants no 2 hour tutorial anymore and at the whiteboard. Let me tell you 10 things. And I think something else in marketing, we got to start bragging about ourselves. It's like, we can do everything. If we can do everything, then we all be champions, seriously, at the end of the day. Then
Right. Well, it's the
so,
menu marketing.
yeah, we're perfect at everything. In marketing, we can get
Yeah.
you everywhere. Well, and at the end of the year, you didn't get me shit anywhere. You got me 2 yards. Come on, man.
Right.
I need a first down.
Right. Well, right. Nothing works. Well, we're doing all this stuff and we have no leads. Well, I mean, then, but what did your, and maybe that's the case. Maybe it was a shitty year and you got no leads. But how did you pivot and what did you change throughout that year that maybe still resulted in no leads? The problem is a lot of it's set it and forget it. And we kind of like, yeah, we're doing our marketing, we're doing these campaigns, and then we're going to revisit it in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, or whatever. And it's like, man, that's way too long. Like you should be looking at this stuff every 30 days. Like what's working, what's not. Talk to the salespeople. Where are we missing on messaging? Where are we hitting? Like I always say, why are the 3 reasons that you're winning, and why are the 3 reasons that you're losing? And that's where we start our marketing campaigns.
You know what's
Like, we
great is,
start 'em
Jeff,
right
I just
there.
thought this, man, even next year for football season, if somebody would do the 16 or 17 weeks of football and do a campaign the whole season through, look at that, 17 touches you're going to get.
Right.
And
Yeah,
just happen every week. I mean,
Yeah.
who does that? I think the biggest thing, Jeff, and you probably agree on this, is follow up. Do you see this in the industry that after they put it out there, they're just hoping somebody gets back to them? There's no follow up.
It's a frustrating struggle, and I empathize with sales because I think that cold calling sucks. I did it as a stockbroker when I started my career, and I sucked at it, which is why I'm doing marketing. I always loved marketing, but it wasn't that reason. But like but you gotta follow the process. And what is that? Embiid in Philadelphia, like trust the process, trust the process. Like it is part of that. And follow up. I mean, there's so many times where I see these like 12-week campaigns, 13-week campaigns. It's email, phone call, LinkedIn, drop off, email, phone call, LinkedIn. Well, when you get down to it, okay, great. We had, 25 touches. How many touches did you actually make? 5. What were those 5? Emails. So you didn't follow up. You didn't do it like any of that. Nope. And it's like, and I think that's the curse. If your marketing team, outsource partner, in-house, whatever you want to call it, if that marketing partner is not really doesn't understand the sales process and doesn't understand how to communicate, I think that's the trap you fall into. If it's just like marketing, here's your stuff, sales, this is what we're going to do. Good luck. I need you to follow up on crap. They're going to be like, I'm not following up.
You know
Like it's
something
got to
else?
be aligned.
I got to tell you this, Jeff, and it's holidays now, that you watch the commercials on TV. I take a lot of that stuff and turn it into like a staffing vibe for myself. If the big names are doing it, then something's working. It's all psychological why you get somebody to hire you or somebody like to do business with you. It's not just because we're doing staffing doesn't mean that something that's on Netflix or a Budweiser commercial isn't working for them, for the audience. It is.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's why like for us, like e-commerce and staffing are so similar. Like we use a lot of the concepts of e-commerce, for staffing and vice versa. I mean, I'm always looking at other industries and saying, okay, what's working and what's not? Like, how can I tailor something? And I think that's, if you have a good marketing partner like that, they're doing that too. I mean, they're taking a look at not just what's working and what's not working in the industry, but like, what are some other areas or industries we can look at where like, holy crap, something's actually working. Like, why don't we try it out and see what happens? And I mean, it could be like when I was consulting about 7, 8 years ago, I worked with a wealth advisor client. And basically, he worked with this company where the guy made his money on creating letters that he would send out for obscure holidays, and not like National Sock Day or whatever, but it was like Groundhog Day. And
Yeah.
it was like, you know, what was the other one? It was like all these like Punxsutawney Phil Day. It was like, I mean, it was all these like holidays that like, but it was about sending it to his clients, all these different letters about the history of that holiday or whatever. And it was just an education campaign. And that, like, I don't know what the price was, but that actually got more money by just having that, like, just like something that just says like, hey, I just want to educate you on this holiday. People loved it because it was weird. They were sending it on obscure holidays. It was a touch point, and it wasn't a sales
Bro,
request.
you're preaching to the choir here. I did that last year. The Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah,
Do you see him? Is he going to see 6 more weeks of winter or not? Jeff,
right.
you won't believe it. I sent 100 emails out. Guess how many people responded for that? 72.
Hmm.
72 people said yay or nay. That's
Right,
engaging. March Madness is coming up. Why not have a little game with a basketball shoots in and have a little
right.
poll or something like that? But nobody, when you look at people like this in our industry, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be blunt with them. They look at you like deer headlights and like, oh, what's going on here? We are the most, nobody takes a risk. This is not a gritty industry like Dan Campbell would say. This is not the Detroit Lions, which I think our
Right.
marketing needs to be like the Lions in 25. What do you think, man? I mean, we got to be out there.
Well, I think with the advent of like AI and the ability to like, tailor email so easily and be able to create like email campaigns, at least starts of email campaigns. I mean, I think you can push the limits of aggressiveness like pretty easily. Like it's
Yeah.
not like you have to like you write one and you're like, "Oh my God, I got to spend time and write five other emails." I mean, you can with AI, you can create efficiencies like, "Hey, do this email campaign, give me a more aggressive approach." And like it'll rewrite all five of them in 4 seconds. Like it's amazing. So why not use it?
Okay, so give everybody out there AI. I mean, ChatGPT. Is there any other ones, little tips there you can give people to use?
Well, I think I mean, what I would do, the way I use AI is I feed it who my ideal customer is, like a profile. I feed it who my company is. I feed it, what am I trying to achieve? And then I basically say, and then let it know like my sales process, feed it that. And then, okay, this is this email campaign. I want to hit prospects that have never heard about me. Here's what I want to say. And here's how aggressive. And then depending on that, the theme or whatever, like I could, tailor it however, like doing it like that gets you 85% of the way there. Like you could, if
Yeah.
you've got just a written out sales funnel with some of your differentiators, you can create an email campaign in probably 15 minutes. And then like I use AI for role playing. Like I just sent these emails, like what would be the objections to these emails? And then write me responses. And I mean, you could create with AI, you can create a whole customized campaign for marketing and sales in probably an hour and script it out. You could have scripts, you can have
Yep.
voicemails, like it would be awesome. And then you can turn up the aggressiveness based off of that. You can say, hey, like, this got me a 40% increase. How would I, or 40% open rate? How would I increase the open rate for the next email? Here's what I've written so far. Like use AI as your marketing research partner. And then just start like you could tailor to generation. Like if your decision makers are Gen X, write it to Gen X. If they're millennial, write it to millennial. Like you can be really smart and quick with how you can use AI. And really it's around role playing. Send this
Mhm.
email. What's my response going to be? How do I write something, like a rebuttal to that response?
I love what you said there. And it just popped in my head. Like if it's a Kansas City Chiefs, Taylor Swift, throw that in there somewhere, like a joke about something like that. Or a little Taylor Swift, Kelsey. People love that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you can be sly and witty or whatever without being cheesy. And honestly, you can be cheesy too. It doesn't
Be
matter. Like, I
cheesy,
mean,
man. I love
that's the
cheesiness.
thing. That's the thing is it's like leverage, like AI can be your marketing, like basically your marketing team if you do it right. And it's just a matter of taking the time to do it and just understanding where to start.
And I think that's the biggest thing, where to start. I'm going to tell you, Jeff, I think in 25, a lot of people is going to need to team up with you on the community and more, because I think that we're still in that state of confusion. Everything's coming. The AI came so quick that now there's like, well, AI for marketing. First it was for recruiting. Now it's like, I got to do all this for marketing. They don't understand how they go hand in hand, Jeff. And it's the marketing stuff of sending like just emails out and just sending like letters out. That doesn't work anymore. I mean, you got to do a little bit of everything, you know?
Yeah, you've got to be. I mean, it's a war of touch points. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think that it's 15 to 20 touch points. I've seen 25 touch points to get a response. I mean, it's thoughtful touch points. Like, what can you do to stand out, and then, but also reiterate and kind of hammer the message a little bit. I mean, people need to know. like who you are, how you're helping, and then understand that you understand the problem. You understand the pain point. Like maybe, you know what, there's no quality talent. Maybe like I know that, you're losing productivity and money if you don't fill this job. That's why I got 3 people right now that I think are going to help you out. I mean, it's really what's funny about it is this isn't a technical industry. It's,
No.
people are your currency. You're buying and selling people. So it's about understanding, what's the result of the result. Like if you get that person, what will they do? Well, the right person will get you more productivity, more revenue. At the end of the day, that's what they want. I mean, it's just understanding how you can fit into that process.
And I love what you said there, because at the end of the day, they have to explain that to the customer, which we don't. A lot
Right.
of people don't explain at all. They just say, we have a great candidate for you, and that's it. You got to break this down. Like I always joke, like the Jerry Maguire, put that and represent them. Put that in bullet points so they know why they should be purchasing this, service from you.
Right. Right. And I think there's a lot of noise around technologies. I mean, AI has opened up a ton with like all these different, plug and play features and all these different things to
Awesome.
help out. I mean, it's awesome. That's cool. That's how like automation was, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that, where we had all these automation things or whatever. And all of that is cool. It's just, it's understanding where it all fits in the process. And does it help your life be better, or does it help your candidate's life better, or does it help your client's life? I mean, that's what you want to be able to do. That's your like how you get the marketing and how you understand the message you're going to create. It's how you're making those people's lives better.
And that's what your community does, man. I'm going to tell you straight up,
Yeah,
you tap into each other. We got to be on the field. Jeff, we still have to play on the field. Even though AI is out there, dude, we still got to execute. And that's a
best
human
ability
connection.
is availability, my man. So, that's it.
Brother. And then last thing I just want to wrap up with, stick closest to the revenue. Break that down for people, because some people don't understand what that means.
So what I would do if I'm doing things right now, and this is actually, you probably got a couple weeks or whatever to do this, is I'd be looking at all my inactive clients that haven't had a placement in a while. Those are your ones that have built. They have built. They know you. Like spend your time asking, checking in with them, seeing what their hiring looks like in 2025. Throw in the new administration. I've actually seen a lot of staffing firm clients like want to write about that. Hey, you know what? You're a manufacturing firm. What is this new administration? What are you going to do now that you've got a new administration that's going to be installed? You're going to be hiring more, less, the same? Like it's like use those pieces, but like staying close to the revenue. Don't Sure, you can go top of funnel, but it's going to take you a long time to be able to talk about the pain points, talk about who your company is, who you are, why they should choose you, the right time based off of what job recs they have. Go to the closest to the revenue where they've already worked with you. And it's like they know you. So then pitch them great people that are looking to work right now and get some feedback from them. Like start looking at those pieces and then build out from there. Because it's just like anything else. It's easier and cheaper to retain a customer than it is to
Oh,
acquire a new one.
just like the AFC North, right? We know each other very well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very
We're
well.
anchoring the bottom, so that's good.
Oh,
We'll stay there. Don't worry about it.
there you go. If you guys get a chance, here it is. Shark
Yeah,
24
man.
code still works, right, brother?
Yep, mktqb.com. MKTQB. So yeah, go in there, take a look. I'd love to just get feedback. Let me know if it's good, if it's bad. We got some courses that are coming up. So I'm going to have a staffing automation course that I'm
Ooh,
rolling out
nice.
later this month. And then we got a marketing QB kind of flagship course that we're going to roll out. And then we're always having experts on live events, just doing different topics around SEO, AI, video marketing, all that stuff. So yeah, hop on. Let me know what you think. It's only $10 a month and you got a free month just to give me your feedback. And sure.
That's right. A free month on the Shark here. So get it done. All right. First quarter is over. We'll see you
Got
next
it.
week. Same time, same place for quarter number 2. Get ready, peeps, because marketing is going to be great in 25.
That's right.
All right, brother.
Thanks,
See you,
man.
man.
See ya.